Welcome to Life Culture Sports with your host. My name is Greg Armstrong. The media is at it again with their Knicks hate. I told y'all, Kevin Durant is a sucker. And who is the alpha male on this New York Knicks team this year? Coming up on Knicks Home Court. All right, welcome to Knicks Home Court, episode number 14. You can find this podcast under lifeculturesports.com/Knicks Home Court. You can go to SoundCloud and find it under Life Culture Sports. Or you can go to iTunes and find Life Culture Sports and you'll see Knicks Home Court on that podcast. Life Culture Sports, no spaces. Now let's get into the Knicks news. Truth is, there's not much news. I'll just get into a little bit of a cuts. Surprise cuts. Chasson Randle got cut. He probably got cut due to his facial injury. He had an injury and he's not able to play. So that's probably why he got cut. These things happen. Amundsen got cut. I figured he would get cut. One notable person that did make the roster was the Baker. I mentioned, I said, you know what? This guy, Ron Baker, from Wichita State, he plays seamlessly. Like he fits this system. And he's a good player. He can shoot. I think he's going to get rotation minutes this season. It's a battle with Justin Holiday. But we'll see. I'm happy he made the roster. And, he will get playing time because, you're going to have to rest the veterans and things like that. But I really wanted to get into the media. I've been listening to all the predictions of the media and things like that. And like Vegas has the Knicks at 38 wins. I don't know how they come up with their numbers or anything like that. I'm not knocking Vegas. That's gambling, But the so-called experts, I've been listening to them from ESPN to Sports Illustrated to all the different experts, different podcasts. A few of them are picking the Knicks to do well and make the playoffs. But most of them are going with the status quo. The Knicks suck and they're the laughing stock. And no matter who they get, the sky is falling, I've even heard people talk about the last 15 years, which has nothing to do with this roster. But anyway. And I get it. I understand. I think that, first of all, the New York media, as far as the people who cover the Knicks, I think they need a cleansing. I think those people are disgruntled. I think they're going to stay that way unless the Knicks start winning like crazy. And I mean the Frank Isolas and the Mark Bermans. I think they need to be, they need some young people that don't have so much stink on them. And I understand. Imagine working for a job for 15 years and the job sucks, right? Well, imagine your job is to cover that sucky job. Like your job is to, you work for a company that has terrible management. Imagine you're the guy who has to write about that team, about that management. It sucks. And the last 15 years probably have been shitty. When you look across in the Western Conference, you see the San Antonio Spurs doing their thing. 15 straight years making the playoffs and having these long runs in the playoffs. I get it. But you got to understand, when you hear people, Knicks fans, when you hear the national media speak about the Knicks, they get their cues from the local media. That's how it's done. They don't sit there and watch the games like we do. They get their cues from the local media. And to be fair, a lot of those in the local media do watch the game. But again, it's like a woman scoring. It's like we need to break up with these disgruntled employees right now. You have some good media in New York. Chris Herring, Ian Begley. You ever notice, though, those guys, don't have their shows. They're not front and center. It's always amazing, the really good guys, because we know in New York, if you want to get ratings, New York Knicks probably have 2 to 3 million fans in New York City. And people, unfortunately, we're in a cycle of people respond to negativity more than they respond to positivity. And I know this because I'm all over Twitter. And sometimes I say things to people and I comment and I try to always stay positive. I've had people try to take me, even Frank Isola tried to take me into some bullshit. And I said, yo, I don't get down like that, dog. I'm from an era like you're not gonna talk shit to me on Twitter because I'm gonna let that go. Because I know you wouldn't do that in my face. Not saying I would do anything, but I'm saying that is the style of social media. So I don't engage in stupid once somebody says something that's not along with the conversation, they start saying you're stupid or things like that, I let it go. But unfortunately, if you look on ESPN and a lot of other places, they have, like, the women at ESPN was doing they did a little bit of episode on people's negative tweets. They've had guys read the negative tweets. Why do we pay attention to the negative people? Don't pay attention to them. Let them go back in their hole. They just love being that. They just love that kind of attention. Anyway, that was a little tangent. Back to the media. So, I'm hearing a lot of people saying, oh, the Knicks. You know what, though? I was surprised. Bill Simmons said the Knicks are going to be over 38 wins, which was pleasantly surprising. And another guy said slightly over. This is my take. This is my take on the Knicks. All things being equal, they won 32 games last year, right? They had one of the slowest teams in the league. They averaged 96 possessions per game. They had a point guard who was allergic to penetration or too slow to do it, and literally had the most matador D I've ever seen in my life. Like, literally, he gets back on defense, and he's the last line of defense, and he just watches the guy go by. It's just amazing. He should have just taken a foul. I say it every time, Calderon, just foul him. You can't guard him, just foul him. He wouldn't do it. Just go by, layup. And he mastered the art of looking like he's trying. And off the bench, we had a rookie, Jaren Grant. Of course, Sasha. And Sasha's actually better than he was last year. But I'm just trying to focus on who we had last year. At one time, we was 22-22. We had Derek Fisher as a coach. Then remember, Lance Thomas got hurt. Carmelo Anthony got hurt for a little bit after stepping on the referee. Now, this is a team that had far less talent than this team, and that team won 32 games. And they struggled toward the end. I mean, they went on they was losing games left and right towards the end when Rambis took over. Now, let's look at this season's team. You have Derrick Rose and Brandon Jennings. I don't even need to say how much of an upgrade that is over Calderon and Grant. I don't even need to. I think you understand that. Derrick Rose has been building up. Last year he played 66 games. I believe that Brandon Jennings also will be healthy. I think they're going to have good, healthy seasons. We got Joakim Noah, who, no matter what you say, he's a better fit for this Knicks team than Robin Lopez. And I love Robin Lopez. But I believe that Joakim Noah is a better fit for the Knicks. We got Hernan Gomez. Now, I'm not going to even count him. Let me not even get into him because he's a rookie. We got Porzingis on his second year. Okay, he should improve at least 2 to 3 points. He averaged 14. He should be up to 17, 18 this year. We got Melo a year removed from his knee injury, and he played in the Olympics. He's healthy. Oh, we got Courtney Lee, who may not be at the scorer that Aflalo is, but he brings a different dynamic. Like, he dunked the ball. in one of the preseason games. He went to the rim and dunked the ball. How many times we saw Aaron Aflalo on a fast break can't get to the rim? How many times we seen that happen? So, and we have Jeff Hornacek, to me, has proven to be a better coach than Fisher because he had won 48 games in the West with a team that really didn't have that great of talent. And he's not fully running the triangle, which I applaud because, and Phil Jackson's letting him coach. He's running a hybrid of the triangle. Basically, like he said, he's only running the triangle on out-of-bounds plays. He's like, okay, I'm going to appease you, Phil, and do a little bit of triangle play, things. So, with all of that said, you're saying the Knicks are only going to win 6 more games? The 132, with injuries, a far less talented roster, and you're saying that, which was a 13-game improvement, so you're saying that they're only going to win 6 more games. That's what Vegas is saying, I'm sorry. And then you have people picking the under. 34 wins? One thing I'm noticing a huge disrespect for Derrick Rose. Like, I've heard Stephen A. Smith say it. Listen, he's still fast. He just can't dunk on people like he used to. I mean, really. You gotta understand, when you're hyper athletic like him, he can lose a step and still be faster than most guys in the league. So I don't get it. He still know how to ball. So this is all the things I'm going on. I think just if I'm to look at the Knicks just based on talent and based on what they did last year without talent and with the healthy Porzingis and the healthy Melo. And Noah, I'm sorry, say what you want about Noah. His whole career he's been healthy. Last year he had some injuries, and I really believe that he didn't play, and it had a lot to do with the coach. There's a lot of bullshit going on with that coach. Trust me. Derrick Rose started looking really good towards the end of the season. Go look at the tape. None of the elite point guards in the league can stay in front of him, and you know this is true. So anyway, I digress. I already said I think the Knicks are going to win into the about 50 games, maybe more, 51, 52, and I know it's ambitious. Hey, at the end of the day, I'm a Knicks fan at heart. I ain't going to sit here in front. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm hoping for 50 games, but I can also justify it by looking at the roster. Now, 50 games is a 20-game improvement. Okay? So, that is a lot. Well, it's almost a 20-game. It's an 18-game improvement. But I'll say this. They added a lot of proven talent to their roster. A lot of proven talent is on the Knicks roster at this point. People who are used to winning. Okay, that's been in the playoffs for most of their career. So anyway, that is what I wanted to rant about. And that brings me to the end of Knicks news. We're going to get into NBA news of the week, which is going to be very short, coming up. All right. Actually, I'm going to add something to the NBA news. Have y'all seen the clips of Karl Anthony Towns? Damn! I'm about to get league pass. This dude, he don't look special. He looks legendary. He looks like the game is easy to him. He looks like a center version of Jordan. And what I mean is, he's going to average like 27 this year. Like, he looks ridiculous, yo. He looks special. I just want to throw that out. Go look at his highlights, man. Oh my God. Woo! I gotta say. But I just want to get into this real quick. It's going to be really quick. I've been telling y'all about Kevin Durant and Westbrook. I've been talking about it. I've been on it for a while. And I realized, I said, you know what? Damn, Westbrook left the team. He ain't even holler at his boy the whole summer. He ain't call him. He ain't do nothing. Preseason comes, he still didn't holler at Westbrook. Now here we go, and he's taking shots at Oklahoma City. When that team, by the way, didn't make the finals, because actually they made the finals one year, and that year LeBron dominated you. He dominated you. You was his bitch. Let's be real, KD. He dominated you. Then y'all get up 3-1 on Golden State and lose the next 4. I'm sorry, Kevin Durant. You had a lot to do with that. So now Kevin Durant's out here saying, well, we wasn't never really friends, to try to justify his sucker move by not reaching out. So, okay, let's say y'all really wasn't friends. You did a lot of fake shit, dog. You did a lot of fake shit. I mean, you gonna tell me somebody you went to war with like that, you can't reach out to them? Yo, dog, man, I wish you, even wishing them good luck, wishing them the best. I wish you the best, have a healthy season. You don't even have to wish them the winning. You can't reach out to your homie and then you taking shots at him? Yeah, I've been telling y'all, Kevin Durant, he's a great basketball player, but he's weak mentally. I've been telling you this. He's a great basketball player, but he got some flaws, man. He's a beta and he act like a beta. He's not a man's man. A man's man shake your hand, look you in the eye and say, look, man, it's been real. I got to make this move. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I've lost so much respect for Kevin Durant, the person. I don't know him. It don't matter. I can hate his guts. He don't know me. I don't give a damn what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at those in the media and they're like, well, they covering it, but you know what it is? They have to be a certain way. I don't have to. Kevin Durant, you a sucker ass dude. You a sucker. Straight up. There's no way around that. So now he never was your friend because y'all traveled to different posses. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not going to root against you. I have nothing. I don't really care. I'm rooting for my Knicks. You know what I'm saying? And I've always liked Russell Westbrook. He's like my favorite player in the league. I've always liked him. Truth is, he was the alpha and you was the beta and you hated it. Even though you were a better player, you was the beta and you hated it. Now you coming out saying all this shit. That's a sucker move to me. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to get that off my chest real quick. All right? Now we're going to get into the next topic of the week. Coming up. All right. Next topic of the week. Who is the alpha male on the Knicks? Excuse me. Who is the alpha male on the Knicks? And what does that mean? A lot of people think the alpha male is the guy who takes the last shot. Not necessarily. The alpha male, first of all, an alpha male is just one who basically does what he wants to do. Really is fearless. When you think alpha male, think Kobe, think Jordan. As great as Shaq was, he wasn't an alpha male. Kobe was the alpha male on that team, but Shaq just was great. Alpha male does not mean big and strong or who can score the best. When LeBron went to Miami, Wade was the alpha male, and LeBron had to get his weight up and become the alpha male, which helped him. Now he's the alpha male. Russell Westbrook is the alpha male. He's the alpha. So when I look at the Knicks, who is the alpha? And why having alphas are important? Well, let me tell you one thing about an alpha, first of all. One definite thing about an alpha. Alpha's tough. The alpha is tough. I'll just say it like this. The alpha don't give a fuck what you think. Don't give a fuck what time of the game it is. Alpha don't sweat. Alpha's just the alpha. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to win. See, the alpha will take 50 shots and only hit 3, but maybe one of those 3 will be the game-winning shot. That's an alpha for you. I'm going to empty my damn gun. Period. Now, who's the alphas on the Knicks? notes. I need to finish this, but the alphas on the Knicks is Carmelo Anthony is an alpha, no doubt. He's an alpha. He's always been an alpha. You know who else is an alpha? Joakim Noah, and he doesn't even score. You know who else is an alpha? Derrick Rose. Now, Kristaps Porzingis, I don't know if he's an alpha. We don't know yet. He's too young. He's still budding. So we don't know. We know his aggressiveness. We know put like this, he's trending towards an alpha. Right now, I can't say right now. It's too young. Too early to tell. So the Knicks have 3 alphas in their starting lineup. Why is that important? That is important because toughness. See, alphas are tough, ultra competitive. No matter what, no sweat in their palms, they just doing it. They are the Bravehearts of the game. They get scared after the fact. When you got 3 alphas on your team in the starting lineup, all in the prime of their career, basically. Melo still has good years left. When you have alphas at that level and who are used to playoff basketball and used to winning, that's going to make for some improbable victories. That's going to make for the Knicks pulling out games they probably shouldn't win. But you know what alphas do? They can be down all game. And they just got to switch. You know what? I'm going to take this damn game. They have 3 guys that could do that. Now, the one negative of having 3 alphas, are they going to work together? That's the question. They have to be able to work together, because when alphas don't work together, it will be a disaster. That's why usually you surround alphas with betas. Like if you have an alpha, you have betas surrounding them. A lot of times you don't have room for 3 alphas. But in this situation, they all have an investment. They all have something to prove. Derrick Rose is trying to get that contract. He's trying to show them he's still D Rose. Melo's trying to win. Joakim is trying to prove that he's worth that contract, and he's trying to win, and he's back in New York. So they have a reason to work together. Now, those 3 alpha males early in their career, when they was healthy and they was like young lions, it may not have worked. But at this point in their career, it's perfect. The timing could not have been better. And another thing, having 3 alpha males, you know what that means? The Knicks get in the playoffs, they're going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out. It's not going to be players nervous in crunch time. It's going to be dudes that's going to be hungry in crunch time. Yeah, we got this game close. We got you where we want you. Trust me, as the playoffs approach, teams are not going to be looking forward to playing the Knicks. I can guarantee you that. Because you have 3 alphas on that team. And I know Noah's not a scorer. It does not matter. He will get the other guys motivated. He makes people better with his energy, his effort. He rewards players who play hard with good passing. That boy is I love him. And I always loved him at Chicago. I just hated that he wasn't on the Knicks. So anyway, I just wanted to get into that. I didn't want to spend too much time on that. But the Knicks have 3 alphas who are used to making the playoffs. By the way, Courtney Lee is also another guy who's been deep in the playoffs. He's been to a finals before, so he's used to winning also. Then you have crazy-ass Brandon Jennings off the bench. I don't know if he's an alpha, beta, or whatever. He's in a different world. You know. But I just wanted to do this real quick. This brings us to the end of the Knicks Home Court podcast, episode number 14. Again, you can find me on iTunes under Life Culture Sports, no spaces. There'll be changes coming up soon to that. I will let you know. And also, you can find me on SoundCloud, also under Life Culture Sports, or you can visit the website, lifeculturesports.com YouTube.com/Knicks Home Court. And you'll find all my episodes there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You can also go to YouTube, and there you can look under Knicks Home Court. You can type in Knicks Home Court, and you'll see all the videos of my podcast. It's been real, folks. The season is here. A couple more days. It is here. Y'all have a good weekend. Good rest of y'all weekend and a good week. Peace.